Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new review. And this time we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me to review by Blue Underground Films, and you can pick this up tomorrow, October 31st, on Blu-ray and DVD, and it is making its Region 1 premiere, and that is the 1983 film The Lift, directed by Dick Maas, who, if you guys just listened to my review of Amsterdam, you know I was really high on this film. And this is another film that was very hard to get in the past. You know, you couldn't get it in Region 1, just like other Dick Maas films. You know, Shaft is really the only one you could really see in the United States prior to Blue Underground releasing these films. So I really appreciate Blue Underground taking the time to release these movies, because Dick Maas is a very interesting director. I feel like if his films were more readily available in the United States, you know, more people would be talking about his films, because he's a really interesting dude. He has a lot of original ideas in his films, and I think people would appreciate to see these movies, and now they can. So The Lift, from the year 1983, stars Felix. Felix is played by the same actor who played the detective in Amsterdam. So this is 5 years earlier. So Felix plays an elevator repairman, and he gets sent to an office building the day after 4 guests get in the elevator, and it gets stuck between 2 floors, and they start to suffocate, and they end up, you know, in the hospital after they're freed. So that's right off the bat a very interesting premise. You know, we have the elevator as our main killer, and you can't really think about too many films that have an elevator as a killer. You know, it's a very interesting object to have as your villain, but at the same time, there's only so much you could do with the character of the elevator. I think that's why we haven't really seen too many films try to adapt the elevator as its main villain. Sure, you have films that take place in an elevator, but having the elevator as your main killer, you know, there's not really too many films. You know, we have this one, we have Shaft, which is the remake that Dick Maas did of this film in the United States, and we have a film called like Elevator, I think, which came out a few years ago. But, you know, you have films that take place in elevators, but you don't have movies where the elevator is the main killer. So it's very original and fresh in that sense. But, you know, like I said, there's not too much you can do with it. The kills are just, you know, they are what they are. You know, person falls down the shaft, gets hung upside down by a cord, things like that. Nothing too over the top insane. So, you know, I can't say that the film has a bunch of great kills and things like that, but I think that what they have is interesting enough that it's not something that you would get bored about. Does it have its slow parts? Sure. You know, it's a little long. It's 100 minutes, and I think that some parts could have been trimmed here and there. And of course, it has its social commentary about technology taking over the world and things like that that we were seeing at this time in the early 80s. So it's an interesting film. Like I said, it's not gonna like blow your mind when you watch it, but it's an interesting idea at the time. And, you know, it's one that you should probably check out. Like I said, I wasn't too blown away by this one, but I still had a really great time with it. And we'll talk about Down or Shaft in the review after this. I just wanted to do them separate, give them their own videos, and then talk about my thoughts of both of them at the end of that review. So, like I said, first time making its appearance in Region 1, so how does the transfer look? You know, the transfer is good. It still has some of its original grain and darkness to it. But some of the lighter scenes, like Amsterdam, look really, really solid. I don't think it's as strong as the Amsterdam transfer, but I still think that it does its job for never having a chance to be seen here in the United States before. So, you know, it will hold you over. It will do what it's meant to do. Audio, 5.1 audio track in the original Dutch, and we have an English dub as well. So, you know, whatever flows your boat. If you want to do a dub or you want to do the original language, you have that option. Of course, I always say don't watch a film in dub if it has the original language soundtrack on there, because it's the way movies should be watched. And just like Amsterdam, you know, we have another pretty solid edition here from Blue Underground. We have the DVD and the Blu-ray, and then we have, once again, a nice booklet here which talks about the making of the film, his influence from Christine, you know, similar things like that. there's one of the kills. All that stuff, you know. It's an interesting film. Like I said, it makes social commentary about technology and things like that and what could happen when technology gets in the hands of the wrong person and all that. So, you know, it's interesting in that sense. So, I think you guys should give it a watch. I don't think it's going to blow your mind or anything like that, but it's a fun film. Wish it was a little bit shorter, but it does its trick. So, that is my review of The Lift, directed by Dick Maas from the year 1983. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Please follow me on Letterboxd, same username, NESRuler22. And please listen to the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast at 22shotsofmoodsandhorror.com or on the Horror Fever Network. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.